This is the second time. Oh, hold on a second. This is the second video in a row in which a question was asked to me. Well, actually, it was asked to the whole world. But I took it personally, and I'm going to give the answer. Now, it's my answer, and only my answer, what I was thinking, what I did, but I lived through it twice in a row. And it was today. Somehow that little thing, S-Ting, passed on to ask me if I can use them to whatever. And I keep saying yes, yes, yes. And I never saw the microphone at the bottom. It was on all the way to the end, making an echo within itself, making me talk like a little bird. At least that's what I think. Secondly, I don't know what I did, but that little pop-up of S-Ting that used to pop up in the last two videos, it didn't pop up. No, well, that's funny. The last video didn't work out either or. What am I looking at? I don't know. Hold on. It's a vision. And within the same time it's a vision, my mind told me it was a woman. And it was a beautiful woman from my own eyes, but I wasn't allowed to look. But I was confused. I says, how can I not look? I says, how can I not look? Now I'm asked the question of whether or not I was thinking of touching. Thinking of touching. I walk into a store, it says, please don't touch. If you touch and it breaks, you're going to pay for it. So shouldn't part of life be the same way? I mean, I said, officer, officer, I was just looking at the stop sign. It's not my fault the girl was there, and I noticed she was there. So I took the opportunity to look in my back mirror to see if anybody was behind me waiting so I can stare a little longer. What was the effects of the stare? Oh, now you want to know what I'm thinking? Not what I was going to do or what I did. What the mind was thinking. That's what they go today. What's your mind thinking? Well, why don't you take it from the situation of my past history? Oh, now they're always looking at my history. I'm not sure where to go or what to do, but there was a little girl hid at a Walmart store somewhere in our city. And I read the license plate. And on the license plate, it was read M-O, which means Mo in French, or the word. Mo, okay, is also short for Moses, okay? And if you reverse it, the H isn't pronounced, it's silent, it says man. But at the end of this Mo was the number 9 on the license plate. It was M-O-9. The 9th letter in the alphabet is an I. So you put M-O-I, which means minus in sounds, but written, it means me too, me, moi, me. Then it has the letters D-H-X. D-H-X is dash X. 9 dash X, X is 6. I is 9, 9 and 6, life and death. And that's what happened to this child on this license plate that was written history all over it. The thing is, we don't know the question at the time, so after 100,000 different things pop up, it becomes generally just a coincidence, just partake. Oh, if we can only read it a little bit more than that. Just look at the cat in the picture. What do you think? See this slide here? Jumping off. This is how I think they moved the big stones in the Mayan. When they built the pyramids, they put a pin in the center here. They put this up. This goes down. And within it is a little swivel, but it doesn't let you swivel more than a couple of inches because all you need is the angle to transfer onto the next fork. Fuck you! Okay, what's next? I want to see what's in here next. This is also a crank, okay, in which triangle they jack, and then the rocks went up into the pyramids. I mean, there's many ways to be able to have done such a feat. I'm looking in here, and I'm not sure if they put oil from the ground this way, okay, but I was also looking at a book all about chakras, and it had basically the same design. Where else am I going to jump? I'm just jumping around. I just want to see if the video would work. I haven't finished this flag yet, but it's a little bit off. Here's the center. Do you see this? In the Hebrew letter, it says Pei. And over here, it's Peinan. And over here would be the G. This center part over here that does this rotation would actually make your G coming back. It doesn't say, oh, geez, I made the flag the wrong way. Just giving you an idea. Throwing things at you. Oh, that's not fair. Oh, look what I found. Two sides of color, one side a pivot, two sides of black, means it belongs in the center of Rubik's Cube. There are 8 of them. I went to the store today. Normally this is $2.39, $2.89, even $2.99 at Walmart for $1. So I guess they're not ripping us off. So we won't salt things away, but we'll keep them raw, like the sugar says war. Gär is war, and sugar is war. Gär is German. You turn it around, you got the creation, or secretion, or creatine, the brute, the root, the tree. Whichever way you want to look, it's all natural anyways. The sun, the Beck, means to kiss one. Let me see what else I have in here. I'm trying to do this really quick. I just want to get into the swing of things because I've been knocked out by many videos. This design over here, X and O. TTT, 2, 10, 20, 30. But 10, 20, 30 are the only ones that support the letter O or a 0. And in the roulette, the top of the board is 0 and 00. Oh, wait a second, is that a 00? Let me say that again. Oh, say, can you see? Hold on a second. Did you see a can? I didn't see a can. I saw an OC, an ocean can. Oh my God. I think the ocean is the end of the world. Somehow you can never get, because the meters that we read, we can never get to the end of the world. Somehow it could be frozen over. Wasn't sure of that word because frozen over, frozen in hell, I don't know, burn in hell, frozen in hell. Well, where's the spot for no hell? Frozen, I mean, you got to be like 98 degrees, 9 by 8 is 72, 7 and 2 is 14, 7 by 2 is 14, 7 and 2 is 9, 23, creation up. I'm just throwing things at you. What am I saying? If you're really interested, help me out by asking me the right questions. The other support was over here. Okay, I'm not sure what I did with this, but if you take a look, it's a Pontiac sign and another Pontiac sign holding the balls. Now those can be just little, like, don't move, don't move. How about turning the world around? As one turns this way, right, the other one could be turning this way. 2 different ways. Something to do with world creation. Just throwing things at you. I don't know anything, and I'm out of sync. I have to restart the sync. You want to restart the sync? Here's the roulette I was talking about. This diamond over here, this diamond over here. If you take into the effect and look at this diamond, there will be a home plate, like in baseball, just basically over here. And why is it home plate? Because the numbers, okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, okay, number 13 comes over here, down to number 17, up to number 15, back over here, let's see, to number 11, and then back over to number 10, making home plate. 10, 11, 15, 17, 13. 21 and 28 is 49, 59, 66. Pretty good way to make home plate. What do you think? Next home plate is down here. And the numbers are the same thing. You see home plate? It's home plate here. Forget about this. Okay? You have 28 and 29 is 57. 57 and I think it's 32. 31. Sorry, 32 is red. 31, 60, 70, 88. Wow, 88 to start. Just these 3 on a triangle. 88 and 33. 88, 91, 101, 111, 121, which equals 11 times 11. 121, 131, 41, 51, 156, the white wolf. 5 times 6 is 30, 5 and 6 is 11, that makes 41. The DNA cycle, the baseball cap we are in. And here's the spaceship right here. This is the Twin Towers right here. The total between here and here is 111. The average here is 3774, 111. Now there's many things to go, but I'm not coming in here to really explain anything. And at the same time, somewhere deep down in here, yes, I don't like to say it, but it creates the swastika. Another part of the world, I already showed off this picture. I'm not going to explain it. These are all your roads you're crossing. Here's your X's in between. Actually, it should be like this. Or how does the sand run in time? Like I said, I'm coming in. I'm showing you the picture real quick. And I'm jumping. I'm jumping and I'm praying. See the ridges? One of the reasons the ridges are like this is because you don't want them to move or slide so they get caught in every crack and ridge. And here's your W here, your ladder. I don't know what it is, but you see this over here? Almost like just shoving a plug in the wall for 115 volts or 110, is it? Look on the back of your computer and you tell me what it says, because we're hooked up. Somewhere in here, vibrations, you feel it, your hair rises, you slide your feet on the carpet, but all you're made is skin. No, you're more than skin. Somehow I think of Mercury. The minute I think of Mercury and Venus, I say no moons. The moon exists within the birth on the female, who shows two breasts as moons, and then her belly is a D, which is another moon. And actually they had in baseball, they had Warren Moon. So if they had Warren Moon, and he was famous all over. He was famous with the Oilers, Houston, is that what it was? And then here on Edmonton Oil, okay, and Houston Oil, and Warren Moon, and War on the Moon, the Raw War. You see how it connects together? He was in all the places where there's oil. Now we're talking about the moon connecting. The biggest actual thing is, what is actually holding this earth within the vicosities, is that the way you say it, of the moon? And I'm thinking that one of the reasons we're going to go for a tailspin is not just because the water no longer connects to the mercury, which is silver and red for two different of my own mind made up reasons, okay, the silver, okay, the oil in the ground. When we lopside this world, okay, when we lopside this world, don't forget, you throw a lemon into water, you shake it up, eventually the water tastes like lemon. We're making our own oil. We have turned this world over, and the world's going to turn over on us just to readjust, because we pulled everything out of her and we moved her somewhere else. Somehow it seems to say to me, what goes up must come down. And now I'm making a reflection within my own mind. Does that make any sense? And if it did make any sense, that means trillions and billions of barrels of oil that went up as dust and smoke into the air. Did they make it back to the ground again, lopsiding the earth? Eleanor, gone in 60 seconds. 2 movies. Why? What's this world about? I don't want to hear no jokes. I don't want to hear no riddlings. Okay? No riddlings around me and no jokes. Just freezing hell, my friends. Penguins, bats underneath in caves, robins in hoods. Mr. Freeze, back to Eleanor. North, 11 North. North Bay, run along the 11 highway. What's going on in this complication of the... Don't look at me, how do I know? So I'm in front of you telling you something. You're listening to my perfect rap of truth. Let me look into something else. I wrote this down. What does it say? Back to the mustache. It's a moose stash. Moose, O-N-O. But we were back on number 37. Oh my God, I'm all over. Let's do this. 21 and 12. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 and 4 is 7. 7 times the smallest number is 21. 7 times the larger number is 28. 28 and 21 is 49, that I just did in some other part of this video, which was on here, the 49. Okay? 49ers, San Francisco, gold mine, 49ers. Want a gold mine? Go up in the hills. Once you're up, you can dig down. There's the mustache or the moustache, and they have the panache. You know why they have the panache? Because they're listening to you. Panache, Mr. Tag Pants. Ash is for the H. D and H together. Say dash. To run for the money. 7 times 3 is 21. 3 times 4, or 3 plus 4 is 7. 3 times 4 is 12. 21 and 12 are reverse of each other, totaling to 33. 3 times 3 is 9. 21 and 12 is 33, the number of Christ. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 of 7 and 12 is 19. That's under 20. So you have under 20, staying from 12 plus 7, and then you have 7 by 3, 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, add them all up, 21 on a dice cube. When you hold the dice cube like this, the sides total 14, but top and bottom added together, 721. 7th letter G, 21st letter U, 14th letter N, G, U, N. I didn't say it. 3, 3, 3, little pigs, 27, 2 and 7 is 9. 2 times 7 is 14, 23. I didn't say it. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is 11. I didn't say spirit angel and man come 11. 7 by 3 is 21. You see, 21, which is which is U, and 12, which is L, says I read. I read the clue, because 333 is CL and U, which means the nail in the coffin, the nail in the head, and it's a clue. And those are the geometrical ways for those letters. 3, 3. Let's go 7. 7 and 14 is 21, and 21 is 42. And that's the number of that planet Nibiru that's coming. Although it's number 73 also, it's also number 42 once you play with the numbers. I can't explain it. You know what? Somehow in a fashion within my own self, it comes into me and I feel it and I think it and I think it's real. So I tell you the story from within whatever is in my mind. Did you understand that? I tell you the story from whatever goes through my mind, thinking that it's real. I don't say it's an absolute real, but it's an absolute real story. Where else? Did we do the thing on this? Diamonds are forever, because if you turn them upside down, whatever's in the center still counts. All diamonds are up. You take out a card, you look at the card, all diamonds are up. When do you stop climbing down the ladder? When it's all diamonds. But if you turn the diamond on an angle, at least you're climbing down like this. It's like that, right? Oh, there's so many things, time periods that we're in. Oh, don't tell me about, I didn't spend $1 today. No George Washington for me. I went to the cleaners the other day. Oh, yeah, you found a penny on the floor. Lucky guy. There ain't very many of them around. Lincoln Home Electric, Hook Me Up Appliances, Maytag, and G&E George. Imagine don't you hear me talking about George all the time, and it's with gold, G&E Electric, and then boom, the 21st, is it the 21st, the 21st, the 21st, the 7th month? Is that just not ironic? I just finished talking about it, that the prince had a child and named him George Alexander the Great. Isn't that retarded insane? I made a video all about that. He's connecting all the people from the past. So we got George in the past, we got Francis up at the Pope, we got Barack Obama who painted himself. He says, hey, look at that, boys. Michael Jackson can do it, so can I. I'm going to be the only black man that's sort of white. You ever see Barack Obama? He's got a whole big funny line over here, and he's got a spot over here. It's almost like there's 2 or 3 of him. Well, everybody says there's 2 or 3 of me. My mother says to me, I go, yeah, ma. I go, yeah, ma. I go, what's going on? She says, you know what? They must have broke the box after you. I go, ma, thank God. Anything that's unique has more of a value. Be happy I'm here with you. I love you, ma. I certainly do. I love both my parents. I mean, we don't talk much. I mean, it's hard to talk when you're, how can anybody actually get in a word with me? I just went to the pharmacy before she wanted to talk. I knew what she wanted to say before. That's a bad habit of mine. I said, no, thanks. She says, can I speak? I said, no. I said, it's okay. The other thing, I'm jumping around and showing you this. These are 2 Jack letters, if you can take a look. But if you can actually look again, it's a big S. Okay? You can do a lot of things. You could say it's an I. You could say it's 15. You can say it's Izzy. Who's Izzy? If you flip them upside down, you can make it into a heart. Or 2 wings. Or flying away. I'm an angel in the sky. What else can I look at? 1 and 4, 2 and 3 fits between creation. The opposite side of a single digit figure between 1 and 5 is 2, 3, and 4. But between 1 and 4 is 2 and 3. And it also shows up 1 and 4 under each other on your telephone or on your calculator. The other numbers between 4 and 7 and 56. So that means 56 somehow, it's actually left wing to what is right wing is 23. 23 and 56 is 79. 9 by 7 is 63. 3 by 6 is 18. 81. Venus. That's how we came together. And I know I said it quick. Let me do it. Let me do this again. I forget. You're going to have to put it back a little bit. Time and space. Things that never end. Time and space. Never ends. It's like crazy to say it even. Time and space never ends. How do I know that? I feel like crying. How do I know time and space never ends? People are telling me time and space never ends. How? The question, okay, if you really want to know if time and space never ends, let's do something a little different. Let's find how we can end time in a situation and end space. Space is always there. Regardless of what you do or any manipulation you make, space will never disappear. Only the occupation of the space, okay, has been used up. But if you now redensify what is being used up and make it smaller, you get more space. No, you don't. You don't get any more space. Whatever space you start with is a space that's there. It's how you occupy the space has changed. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Maybe I should end this at 2112. Well, that was last year. It would never end. Thank you for watching this video.